Hello everyone and welcome back. So today's tutorial is going to be on this lovely cherry blossom 3D mani, and the base is thermal, so it does change color as you will see as the video progresses. Now this is one that's been long awaited. This is the sample tip I created roughly 6 months ago that my lovely 8-year-old almost spoiled for you guys. This is one of his favorites, and I wanted to get a better idea of perfecting doing the branches, I guess you could say, and making it look more like what I envisioned. So I took a long time of working with stuff in my head and getting different products. Leia, leave the birds alone. Sorry, we've got a bird feeder on the window and the cat's going bananas over the bird feeder. So instead of using chrome powder, since I had gotten this lovely chrome gel, it made it easier to get the branches the way I wanted them. And it allowed me to get the look I was actually after. So there's a lot of different products used in this, and I know you guys didn't get to see me do the base. However, it's because I needed the speed dry top coat to be dry enough to mess with the gel on top. So I will get into the products. The base is a thermal dip powder from Miss Cheering. Now you can use a thermal gel polish, or you can even just do a gradient if you wanted to, instead of doing a thermal. In fact, I do have a similar thermal gel polish, and here it is. So this is quite similar. It's not the same, obviously, but it's quite similar. And there's another one quite similar, which is this blue right here, also from the same brand as my chrome gel. There we go. Sorry, my brain's not quite awake yet. So I can't pronounce this, so I'm not going to try, but there are substitutes to this other than using a dip powder. Okay, let's put those away. So I used Miniology's Sugar Speed Dry Top Coats over top of the dip powder, and I used 4-in-1 Luxe Gel, which is a solid builder gel from Macart, and that's what I used to make the branches with. I used Macart's top coat. It's no wipe top coat. Now Viname gel, this is a bling gel. I need to get it. Once I'm done using this up, I'm going to get Macart's and try theirs. I got this years ago from Amazon, and it works just fine. But I do want to try Macart's. So this is Sensational's Pink Chiffon. Rose Chiffon is the name. And it's pink gel that you can get at Walmart. I actually got this at Dollar Tree, believe it or not. Dollar Tree actually got gel polish for once. And of course, we've been over how I don't even want to try to pronounce that, but it's a gold chrome liner gel. And we used some shimmery AB crystals. They're very rainbow-like. And I used 2 3D nail art molds, and I got these from Amazon, and I used the lovely little flower petals. Let's see if you can see it right here on this one, and this lovely little cherry blossom one on this one. So you're going to want something to pick up your rhinestones with, whether it's a wax pencil or a wax rhinestone picker like what I've got right here. You're going to want a silicone flat tool like this for the gel, the builder gel, the solid builder gel. I think about it, I'm going to need this to scoop it out. You're going to want a liner brush, and then of course any kind of gel brush that you would use for your bling gel, unless you have it in a tube, in which case you wouldn't really need a brush for it. You're probably going to want a cleanup brush just in case you get the gel where you don't want it, and isopropyl alcohol and acetone, and of course your lamp for curing. So we're going to start by going in and making our charms, and we're going to need quite a few of them, so bear with me. This is going to take a little while. We're going to go in and we're going to fill in our molds. With this pink gel. Now we'll need to do the flowers a little bit in layers, otherwise it has the potential to not cure all the way. So we're going to take and do our thin layer throughout the mold. And you will have to cure for 60 seconds each time. You want to keep these petals relatively thin or they're not going to sit nicely either. So when you're doing the petals, make sure that you are keeping it kind of on the thin side. I wish I had more of those molds so that way it didn't take so long to do all of it, but such is life. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, we can go ahead and start working on some of the branches. So you want to take some of your solid builder, you're going to want to roll it out, kind of like Play-Doh. Get it nice and thin at one end. Leia, please leave the birds alone. Here comes the fun part, because you don't want to touch this with your bare hands. I may have to get one of my husband's gloves. And then we want to place it across the nail and get it nice and attached by pressing gently, trying not to flatten it process. And look like this. Alright, so these out. The hand doesn't have the gel on it. Okay, so I need to get a paper towel for that. Let's start setting it on. Tweezers. Tweezers will also help. So I'm going to pull out my little petal. That was close. Next, I pressed my uncured gel into the paper towel by accident. Okay, so we're going to go in again. We're going to alternate some steps here to make it not take so long. So we're going to go in again and we're going to do the same thing with the petal image. We're going to fill that. It does not need multiple steps because of how thin it is. It just needs one cure. So, and we're going to need a lot more petals than we will flowers. So exchanging it out and filling a new one with each step with the flowers will allow us to get plenty of petals. Okay, that's good. And we're going to go in on the flower and fill the rest of it. That's plenty filled. And I do believe the neighbor's dogs are having fun. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put those back on the lamp. And we'll go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. And while we're waiting on that to cure, we're going to get the rest of our branches started here. So we're going to need, on the thumb, we're going to do a total of 3 on that. And on all the others we'll do 2, and that's just due to the size of the nail. The thumbs are much bigger, so you can fit much more branches and offshoots of the branches on it. So we're going to go in. I believe some cat hairs got into that mess. Alright, come on. Okay, that's not working out the way I would like that to, because it didn't cut all the way. So we're going to take that off and we're going to start over. That's okay. That's okay. Make sure these cut and separate before we work on that. Okay, so I'm going to have these rolled out in just a moment. Right, now that I've rolled them, let's work on the flowers. Those up out of there. Okay. So now we have 2 petals and 1 full flower, and that's the ratio in which we will have throughout this video. 2 petals to 1 flower. And this is what the flower will look like. Oop. Go in and refill the molds. there's that. Let's get our flower petal. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put these in the lamp. We're going to need quite a few of these. So this is where I wish I had more molds with those images, because we're going to need quite a few. Obviously, you can make them ahead of time, long before you do. They wouldn't go bad. They're charms. Long before you did your mani. So we're going to go in, add another branch. Come on. Press it down like so. Come on, lift up. Okay, so I'm going to have to re-roll that one. This stuff can be kind of finicky. You don't really want to be touching any kind of gel with your hands if you can help it. If you're with your bare hands, because you can develop an allergy. So even this stuff you want to be exceptionally careful with. So if you want to touch this with your hands, use gloves. Please use gloves. That's why I said I may have to snatch a pair of my husband's gloves that he's got for using to paint models and stuff. Come on, about. I think I need to, I'm going to take some of this gel off. And I'm going to manipulate the gel with the tool. Zoom in on this. So I took some of that gel off, and I'm going to manipulate it with the tool and extend it out. And make it thinner for that branch. Extend it out. And remove some of the excess. I think what we're going to do is we're going to move it to the other side. I'm going to go in, roll it, and put it on the other side. There we go. Yeah, I like that looks better. So you may have to play with how you want these branches to look. There is definitely a trial and error process here involved with this. And once you have it situated the way you would like, then you can go in and cure it. I know this is kind of hard to see. You'll be able to see it better once I start painting it with the gold gel. So, leave the cabinet door alone. The fuzzballs are being something else today. Okay, so while I have my hand in the lamp to cure those branches, we are going to take the petal out. And we're going to create another one. we're going to finish filling the cherry blossom as well. I apologize for the felines. They are so happy and excited that they get child-free time. They're not being tormented by the kids. They're back in school. There's birds about, there's squirrels about, there's all sorts of wildlife, and they don't feel like they have to go hide from the kids, so, because the kids aren't here. So they're a bit on the frisky side this morning. Alright, let's clean this brush real quick. Peach, Topaz, whichever one of you is doing it, please leave the cabinet alone. Buzzbutt. Oh, it's Leia this time. Leave the cabinet alone, girl. Goodness. Okay, let's work on another branch. Okay, so grab some more. Work on the index finger here. Ah, off of my tool, please. Thank you. Maybe if I put it over the black, you'd be able to see it better. Yeah. Pulling it out. This is the downfall. This stuff is clear, so it's harder to see. So I'm going to go in from the other direction on the index finger. And of course, like I said, you don't need to use the entire strip. You can cut off at any point where you need to on it. In fact, it allows me an extra branch. Come on, pick up. Stubborn little thing. Come on. There we go. So we're going to go in, we're going to lay another branch in. Extending it along the nail like so. And I think I can actually squeeze a tiny little one in there with what was left of that gel. Come on. Of course, there's some cat hair in that mess, but if it has a little bit of bumps in it, it's actually a good thing because trees have little knots and bumps in them. So if you gain a few little bumps and wrinkles in it, it's actually going to help with the overall design. I need to pull that really big hair out of there. There we go. So there's the branches. I think we're going to move this ever so slightly downwards. In directionality. There we go. Like so. So there we have our branches. I'll go ahead and cure that hand. Go in with pulling out our, I think that's, yes, that one's complete. There we go. Let's pop it out. So there we have our nice, lovely little cherry blossom. I'm going to fill up these molds again. We filled that. Let's set those in the lamp. Get that going. Work on putting our next set of branches. Okay. Come on, give me a piece. Leia, leave the birds alone. Get off my curtain. Goodness, girl. Go find something better to do. Yes, you need to find something better to do, little miss, than tearing up my house. I love her dearly, but she's something else. All right. So, get our branch ready. Come on. Off of my tool. There we go. This stuff is stretching out on me instead of doing what I want it to do. Topaz, why are you pawing at the box like that, buddy? Okay. Press that in. Come on. So it may struggle a little bit on pressing down. because it's on the quick dry top coat instead of a gel base coat or anything like that that has a tacky layer. So be forewarned that, you know, you may have a little bit of struggles when applying the gel. And you just want to manipulate the branches where you want them. Let's pull our charm molds out, do our exchange. Perfect. Using acetone to clean my brush. Put those back in the lamp. We will go ahead and add our other branch on this nail. Alright. Okay. Roll this out. Lift it up. That appears to be too long. Well, we might actually be able to get 3 branches on a lot of these. This is my non-dominant hand, so it's a lot easier to do that with. But I don't think I really want to do 3 branches on all of them. Just some of them. That looks better. Okay, so we'll go in there. That'll be prepped for the other finger. See, this is, if you can already tell, we still don't even have enough charms and how long it is taking to do these charms. This is why I said this is something you can do ahead of time, but I wanted to demonstrate like how much you needed to do to get those charms. So I had considered just pre-making the bulk of the charms and then showing you how to make them, but that would not be an accurate depiction of how long these charms take to make. and why doing pre-planning is kind of important, and for things like this that you can do ahead of time, you probably should. Thanks, Leia. All that leaping at the birds in the window has gotten you sick now. Now I have a mess to clean up. Thank you so much, little miss. Stop leaping at the birds. And you go and do it some more immediately after throwing up on the floor. She cannot control herself. And that's why she has to be separated for when the wet food is given out and set in a different room, because she can't control herself and she bullies the boys out of theirs. Okay, put that in there. Grab some more gel. It's probably more than I need looking at that. Lay odds on it. And I need to cure my hand still. I just thought about that. Whoopsie. Oh, come on. Alright. Roll this out. Let's get it picked up. And lay it down. That pressed in. Or not. Come on. It's being stubborn. Okay. Go. And then we'll go in with the other piece. Press that in to its respective joint. Go in with that branch. Arrange it until we're happy with the way it looks. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stick my hand in the lamp while I am filling the rest of the molds. Okay, make sure I didn't bump that by accident and ruin any of it. Okay, no, I did not. Good. That is good news. Little petal. Excuse me. That. And then we're going to go in with the final touches here of branches. So we have our Lux gel. Go in and make branches for the pinky nail now. Okay. So the pinky nail is going to be the hardest one because of how small it is. So attempting to add branches to the pinky is definitely not easy because you also have to leave room for the blossoms. So now that we have that going diagonally across, so we don't actually cure it in the pot. Okay. Rinse and repeat on making charms. Oh my goodness. There we go. Do the final brunch. There we go. So don't foresee needing that entire strip, so I'll put that off to the side. Yeah, as suspected, I most certainly do not need the entire strip. In fact, that was perfect. So we're going to go in with our branch and make sure that it is completely pressed down and in the shape and position that we want it in. This is how it's going to look. And it's hard to see because we're using clear. It will stand out as soon as I start putting the chrome gel on there. And stuff that in the lamp. wonder she won't leave the birds alone. They're being kind of violent with the bird feeder. Being rather loud and violent with it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with our charms again. So, there's that. We still got quite a few to go looking at it. I have 7 blossoms total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I have 7 blossoms total. And we definitely want 2 on the thumb and 2 towards the middle. So 7 full blossoms seems like the proper amount. The petals, we may end up with a little more than what we would like, but the blossoms definitely need 7 to have balance with this. I want to make sure that there is plenty of balance here. Okay, so got a little bit of fuzz stuck to the Glux gel there. So now I'm going to go in with this gold gel, chrome gel, and I'm going to paint the branches with it. Now, if you get a gold chrome gel and it's in a pot, not a liner, then just use your detail brush that you would use to fill the molds. You don't necessarily need to get the same exact one that I'm using. There are many different brands of it. And some come in a liner, some come in a pot. The McCart rose gold one I've got came in a pot. So this brand does have rose gold in a liner as well. I just got the duo that had the gold and silver. And you're going to want to go in on all of the sides of this, not just the top. Make sure you do so thinly though, because you do not want the gel to cure improperly. So yes, this particular detail step can be time consuming as well. Okay, so there is a hair there. There we go, pull that out. Okay, so this is the part where I said you may need a cleanup brush because I did get it where I shouldn't have, including my skin. So I need to clean that off my skin so I don't give myself an allergy. But I ever so slightly got it right there. So this is what it looks like. You fill in all the sides. I'm going to go ahead and put my thumb on the lamp and cure. This is what I thought. This is a new one. Needed an odd number. Let's see. No, that is a complete one. So that looked complete. Okay. So I don't accidentally dump this again. I did. Of course it stuck to the cap. That's what happened that made it dump on the other one. Unfortunately for me. Okay. So we're going to go in. I'm just going to close it so I don't accidentally dump that one too. Okay. Oh boy, there's a lot involved with this. It's very time consuming. And I need to clean that up. That is not... You don't need all that gel in there. Now a little goes a long way with this gel. Go ahead and sim this in. You guys can see it a little better. Okay. Trying to get enough of this excess gel off that stops trying to drip into it. Making sure I got all of these spaces. So I'm going to have to clean up that one little spot. Off to the side. Just a little more than we should have. There we go. Good. Okay, so pop that in the lamp. Woo. Put that away. Okay. Let me adjust myself here. Stick these in the lamp. Okay. To plug my lamp in. It's starting to run low. Okay, cord. Of course, it's tangled. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so now that we got that plugged in and no longer tangled, okay, this has got 7 seconds left on it, so we'll go ahead and deal with that before we go in the liner. Okay, for a second there I thought I missed some. Let's do a count here. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so okay, so we are almost there. One more round of the blossoms and the petals and we will have plenty. Which is good to know. There we go. So let's go in with our gold. Just want to be very careful painting these in. Different angle now. Sorry, it's kind of hard for me to get this in the camera. We're in the inspecting stage, make sure everything has been coated. Looks like it has. Okay. Pop that in the lamp. Last a little bit on the flowers. Okay. Let's put those in. That's the last round for the flowers. So as you can see, we're going to need a lot of flowers and flower petals. So there's a lot here. Okay, let's try to get this. In shot as much as possible. So this is going to take a lot of different angles. Make sure that we have all of it painted. This is a three-dimensional design after all. curing, we'll go ahead and take these out of their molds. And that's all we should need. Come on. Out. There we go. Set the molds off to the side. You're being so cutesy, Topaz. Yes, you are. Oh, who's Mama's little love bug? Yes, my love bug. You come on up. There's my boy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pay our cat tax. We got Topaz today. We generally have one, and we got Topaz. He's my sweet boy. All right, Topaz. Lay down. Please stop stabbing my bare legs and lay down. I love you too, but you need to stop stabbing my bare legs. Oh, yep, there's birdies. You want to go watch the birds? Is that it? Nope. You're going to flop around in my lap like a fish out of water. Cool. Yes, I love you too, baby. Who's my sweet old boy? I can't believe you're 13 now. You're officially 13 years old. My old boy. Alright, let's go ahead and zoom in. We're going to start painting our branches. Topaz, stop clawing my chair, please. I love you too, baby. Can you stop rubbing everything, please? My dear fuzzball, please stop rubbing everything. I'd be lying if I said this does not take a steady hand. It does take a steady hand. This is not for those who have problems with shaking a lot. And I'm actually having a good day and not shaking a lot. Otherwise, you'd be doing a lot more with the cleanup brush and taking a lot longer. It can be done, but it would not be particularly easy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop that lamp. What, Topaz? Well, come on. Did you have to bark at me? My sweet boy. Barkies. Mom's gonna have to plug in the camera by the looks of it. This battery's not lasting the way I thought it would. It said it was fully charged before it was, apparently. Well, maybe not. We'll see. Oh, we're going to fluctuate between 2 battery bars and 1, apparently. We'll see. We'll keep an eyeball on it, huh? Yes, my sweet old Topaz. Here's my old boy. Yes. So I'm going to have to get you a new collar. This one's starting to look ragged. He's my sweet boy. Yeah, you can put your tail on my stuff now? Okay. I love you too, baby. Can you lay down? Lay down, please. Thank you. Good boy. Alright, where is it? There it is. Okay, so we don't need these anymore. Put those away and get them out of the way. What? Topaz. Can you sit still, baby? Please? I need you to sit still. I do. I need you to sit still. Or leave, that works too. That's bit. Okay, so I don't need this tool anymore. I think we're down to the end here. So So now we're going to use our bling gel. And we're going to paint it around the nail in the areas on which we're going to have the petals and the blossoms. Whoa. So this stuff is really, really sticky. So bear with me here. And you're going to want a decent layer of this stuff, but to be applied as smoothly as possible in between all of the branches across the nail. And the reason being is this is the stuff that's going to help hold your charms in place. And it will also help seal your branches in and make sure that they stay as well. It just helps solidify their hold on the nail. Okay. Topaz, you added a bunch of hair to my nail design here, baby. There we go. Okay, and then you're going to take, before curing, you're going to take your no wipe top coat and you're going to paint it across the nail. Now you don't want it to be so thick that you lose your branches, but you also want to put it over the branches. So that way you are sealing in this gold gel. But if it starts settling too much into the areas of the branches in between them, then you want to take the excess out. So you don't lose the detail of the branches. Okay. And now we're going to add our charms. So we're going to go in, and I think we're going to put a blossom here and here. And then we want to put some petals. Because why more petals than that? Like so. To gain some balance, I'm going to go ahead and cure this. What's the matter, Topaz? I'm sorry, buddy. You weren't able to sit still in Mama's lap. Well, it's important to sit still in Mama's lap. You could hurt Mama. Yes. You got claws. Yes. Who's my boy? You sweet baby. You're such a love bug. Yes, you're such a love bug. As your sister's preoccupied by the birdies, you can get Mama loves. You guys are always fighting over Mom. Yes. You sweet fluffers. That's why I couldn't find the rest of the... It's like I could have swore I had more petals than that. Because I did. I just accidentally dunked my hand into it. That explains much. Oh, come on, unstick. There we go. Is there any more? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and repeat this process with the other nails. Yes, Topaz. Oh my goodness, you've gotten so much hair everywhere, baby. Hold on. There's Topaz hairs. Topaz hairs. So many Topaz hairs. Yes, my dear fuzzball. I can't let you put hair in my product either, baby. Okay. He's a good boy. Yes, I love you too. Can you not stab my leg? That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so we're going to go in around the branches. With our bling gel. How did you just hit, Topaz? Can you please stop flinging your tail around? I know, you like to wag your tail like a dog. I love you too. Well, you're a good boy. I have very loving and needy felines, guys, so bear with me here. This is kind of hard to do with him in my lap. So I have to lean over him without squishing him. Well, I'm not trying to squish you, baby. That's why. Don't give me that look. Yes, I love you too. Yes, I do. Can you calm the tail down, bud? I know you're happy and excited, but can we not be beating everything with it, please? Yes, I know you're headbutting my arm. Okay. This is a long process. Okay, Topaz. Make up your mind, buddy. Either you want to be in my lap or you don't. But I'm not stopping what I'm doing just so you can be in my lap. You can wait until I'm done. My needy, needy fluffies. Now that I'm not being hounded by children all day long and just part of the day, they are very clingy. Because they're not competing with the kids. I can tell they're happy the kids are back in school. They love the kids, but they have to compete for affection with them. So they like it when they go back to school and they don't have to compete as much for time and affection. And for those who claim cats are not loving and social, yeah, tell that to my 3 cats that are demanding affection all the time. And I do mean all the time. Because they are very needy, clingy, loving creatures, and all of the cats I've ever had in my life pretty much have been that way. In fact, before I had my children and I was still working your atypical 9-to-5 job type deal, there's a cat hair in that I'm trying to get out. I worked the same shift at the same place as my husband before he left there too. And every day, every morning when we got home, because we worked 3rd shift, every morning when we got home, they would be waiting for us in the window, watching. And they would rush to the door as soon as they would see us pull up. And we would be greeted with lots of meowing. Now, mind you, it was just the 2 males. We didn't have the female yet. We got her after our 8-year-old was born. And they would be at that door like dogs, greeting us at that door. Mom, Dad, you're home, we missed you, we love you. They can be just as affectionate and just as clingy and needy as a dog. They are just lower maintenance than dogs is the only thing. And that was the whole reason why we never got a dog, is because the dogs are just too high maintenance for our household needs. So we've contemplated it and talked about it many times. My husband's wanted a corgi, but he stopped and he thought about it, and he's like, you know, we don't really have the time to housebreak a dog. We don't really have the time to go through the training and to take care of it properly. So we really shouldn't get one, which I've been telling him that for years before then. It's like, as much as I would love to have a dog, like, that's just not something we're really able to accomplish in our home because we just don't have the time. Like any pet we have, it has to be low maintenance. And you know, after I'd mentioned that and he thought about it, he goes, yeah, you're right. We really just don't have the ability to properly take care of one, so we shouldn't get one. So it's, as much as we would love to have one, it's just not in the cards for us. It's funny because we got to see one of my uncles who has a dog that's very clingy and has to go everywhere with him. And he had her while visiting us, and he's like, really seeing our son play with her and everything else. He's like, you guys need to get a dog. It's like, they're too high maintenance. Too high maintenance. And it's just not something we can do. When my 8-year-old suggested getting another pet, I was like, well, we can't do a dog. You don't have the time to do the care. We don't have the time to do the care, so dog's not an option. It's like, but things we could do is, you know, like a hamster or a rat or something like that. Something lower maintenance. Or fish. I get the feeling that's what our youngest is going to want, is an aquarium. I get the feeling he's going to want fish. He loves aquatic animals. And we did do sea monkeys with our 8-year-old. And they lived a few months. He really enjoyed that. And it did help prepare him for potentially having to take care of a pet of his own. Having to feed them and clean the tank. And I did help him with all of that, but like it did give him an idea of what it would be like to have to take care of pets. Okay, so now that we've got our bling gel and top coat all in place, let's go ahead and finish putting our blossoms. Stick a blossom. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Yeah, I kind of like that there still. Okay, so we're going to go in with our petals now. Okay, come on. There we go. Ew. There we go. Alright, now that I got it flipped. And of course, all of this is just in a random orientation to make sure that there's balance to the design. So once we have everything in place, this is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and cure. Clean my tweezers off here. Where is my tweezer cap? Oh, there it is. So we are in our final stage here. So I can clean off my brush of the gel. Alright, we are now in our final stage here. So we are going to go in with our top coat. I'm going to go over, really without the cat hair. I'm going to go over the blossoms. I apologize, that was my stomach. And we're going to fill in the recess a little bit in the center of the full blossoms. So that way we have something to hold the rhinestones. And we're going to go with the smallest rhinestones here. And we're going to go ahead and place them in the center of each of these blossoms. Press them down in. Now if you get any top coat on them, you can go in with like a Q-tip, because you don't want top coat directly on the top of them because it'll take away from the shine. So you can take a Q-tip and just ever so slightly dab off any top coat that got on the top of it. I'm going to go ahead and cure the thumb, because you want to do the thumbs separate. And then I'll be able to put my rings back on. Let's get a few more rhinestones out because we're going to need them. All I need is 5. Okay. I only need 30 seconds now. Okay. So now that I can put my rings back on, we're going to go ahead and top coat and bling the rest. In. before I had the top coat on. Silly me. The finale, the final piece of this hand getting done here. Preferably without the cat hair. Topaz, you donated way more hairs than you should have, sir. Good grief. Yes, I know the battery is exceptionally low. We are almost done. This would be a long one to start with. Okay, so before my battery dies. And then we need to get this in the lamp. There we go. Okay. And that's it, guys. That's all it took. So as you can see, there's color change from this being in lamp. But that's how I did it, guys. That's how I did this lovely cherry blossom 3D mani. And as you can see, the tips are going to, because this is a thermal dip powder, as you can see, the tips are starting to change color again now that it's no longer in the lamp. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And I know it was kind of a long one. I apologize. And we had our lovely little guest, Mr. Topaz, who's now laying on the rug again. We've had lots of Leia leaping at the birds in the window and hanging from the curtain. My days are going to be a little chaotic for a little while we continue to adjust to the kids going back to school. So this is literally being done the day before you guys are seeing it. So if that tells you how chaotic things have been, I'm normally a week ahead, and I would normally have the following week's manis and tutorials and stuff done the week before launch, sometimes as much as 2 weeks before launch. But in this case, I'm actually very behind because the kids are back in school. We just got off of summer vacation. Summer vacation made it harder to do videos, so I don't have the surplus that I normally would have for you guys. So bear with me. You know that I have yet to have a late video, but we've had a few close calls in the past, and I'm doing my best to make sure you guys have content. We will have some content come up here soon. We have our launch date for the name, the Box of Night. So this is coming up, and I do intend to get it. Do I still have the email for it? I don't think so, so I'd have to look it up. But the, see if I can find it on here or if I have to go on YouTube. No, I have to go to YouTube for it. So they'd had their August 19th. So there's multiples who have actually gotten to see, this is the Maniology's actual trailer.
Calling all you creepy and creative nail art fans, it's T, your nail educator here at Maniology, and I'm so thrilled to unveil our 4th annual limited edition Halloween Countdown Collection, Box of Night. This collection is arriving soon and it promises to be an unforgettable Halloween experience. In the twilight's gleam, a figure draws near, mysterious and alluring, he whispers in your ear. Come to my castle where wonders reside. I'll shower you with gifts with me as your guide.
Monday, August 19th.
Night invites you to a realm of Halloween magic, sprawling
so we will
darkness,
have our lovely new Halloween box and the teaser trailers from that I have seen. It looks like it's going to be good, guys. So I'm very excited about this, and I'm excited every year. Halloween's my kind of thing. I was a little disappointed with last year's box. Don't get me wrong. I did like last year's box, but it was more carnival theme, and I'm not as big on like the carnival, scary, creepy clowns and things like this. But it did have other stuff that I was really big on, and the year before that, spot on. The very first one was pretty good, but it wasn't my favorite one. The vampire plate out of that one was my favorite one, and I loved their polishes. But the second one they did, this is their 4th one, so the second one they did, I was in love with, absolutely in love with. The third one I liked, but it wasn't really like, oh my god, I have to have this. It was, this is pretty cool and I love this and I'm glad I got it, but it was not the same. This one looks like it's going to be right up my alley. So I'm very excited. We will definitely have a fun unboxing for that coming up this month. And, of course, you know, for September's box, when that comes out for the Mani Me box, I will have the unboxing for that, because that generally comes in right before the beginning of the next month. So if not, you know, it'd be the beginning of September. So we do have those coming up, and I will probably do a couple of fall-based manis. I know this isn't fall-based that I'm wearing, but I will probably do a couple of fall-based manis, most likely on tips, because I don't really want to take these off anytime soon. And then we will start our Halloween manis, which I always do a lot more Halloween manis than I do of anything else every year. So we're going to have lots of fun with our Halloween manis. And then once Halloween is over, we will go back to fall manis until we get close to Christmas, in which case, well, I say Christmas, probably Thanksgiving. I try to do one Thanksgiving mani if I can. But then we will also go into Christmas, and if they continue the trend like they have with the Halloween boxes, I will also have an unboxing for the Christmas box. They have had that 2 years in a row, because they released that a year after, their first one a year after they did the Halloween box. The Halloween box was clearly their like trial run on doing a countdown calendar box. And because it was so successful, they went ahead and did a Christmas one as per requested. And it seemed to have been successful because they did it the following year as well. And so I fully anticipate us having a Christmas countdown box come, I believe, November is when they do it. Early November at that, if memory serves me right. So that way there's plenty of time for people to get their purchases and use it in time for Christmas. So we will have an unboxing for that as well, and probably some designs to go with it. So we will definitely get into the Christmas designs right after Thanksgiving. So there won't be as many fall designs as I would like because, well, Halloween kind of takes precedent with me. I love Halloween a lot, and I do lots of Halloween manis. Last year we used Pet Cemetery plates. We did a spooky thermal peekaboo graveyard scene. We did a non-thermal graveyard scene with ghosts and things like that. So there was lots of really cool manis. I did that with that, and this new box coming out, the Box of Night, definitely will give me lots to work with. I still want to use some of the plates I got last year that was released, and that was the crime scene ones. I really want to do a crime scene mani for Halloween, and I have lots of ideas, and whether or not I'm going to have the time to do them all, we will see. I don't know whether or not I'm going to have the time, but I'm going to try. So keep an eye out for those. They will be coming out here very soon, but I'm not going to abandon fall, guys. I do like fall manis too. I have lots of fall-based plates. It's just there's so much to do in that short period of time because we're hitting the holiday belts. So because we go from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas, and then New Year's, then Valentine's Day, and they're all really close together. And so it's a lot of holidays bulked right next to each other and mixed in with seasonal. So I try to get some winter manis in, and I try to get some fall manis in too, because those tend to get lost in the mess of holidays. So I will try to have those as well. I don't have any other announcements, so I will go ahead and tell my thank yous. So for those of you who are new to the channel and liked this video, please feel free to show support by giving a like and a comment below. If this is not your first time to my channel, but you have liked my videos, then please go ahead and subscribe. That will help my videos get out into the algorithm and get to more people, and get me that much closer to ad revenue. If you guys want a more direct route to help me, I have a Born Pretty code and a Maniology code to get 10% discounts off of that I get a small kickback from. So if you are ordering from either one of those, please feel free to use my code to get a discount and to help support my channel by allowing some actual funding to come in to help replace cotton balls, acetone, isopropyl alcohol, paper towels, the consumables that, top coats that go very quickly. I have lots of the other products, but my top coats and stuff like that, they go quick because of how often I am doing these tutorials for you guys. So that's always a big help when you guys use my code. For those of you who've already been doing that, thank you guys. It's been a huge help. And there has been a couple times where it actually allowed me to get new products to try to show you guys. So, I also take requests. So for those of you who have been supporting and everything else, that's helped me get those kind of things right off the bat to show you guys. So those are ways in which you guys can help my channel, and it costs you $0 unless you're ordering, but this only if you're already planning on ordering from those companies. But it gives you benefits, gives me benefits. It's a win-win. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified whenever my videos are uploaded. I do sometimes have videos in between, but I normally upload on Tuesday and Thursday. Those are my main days. And I do believe that's all. So thank you all, and I hope you are all having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever it may be, wherever you were at while you were watching this video. And until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. Bye.